So wonderful. So yes, so if we are looking at today's topic and it talks about disruption, again, we'll come to understand the energies of disruption itself. All right, moving back. Give me a minute. Okay, everybody, and hello and welcome. So today's topic being disruption. Now, in many of our, lives, we figure out that in our life, something happens at some point in time, which completely changes the course of the way that our life is moving. When the event is outside, like a large event, for example, Corona itself, when we look at Corona and how Corona has changed the way people operate, how you work, how you study, how you live a family life, who do you meet, how do you socialize, everything has changed with this one name, Corona. So, what has Corona done? Well, Corona has disrupted the lives of all of us. What does disruption really mean? It means an event that will happen that will completely change the way things have been happening. Sure, Corona qualifies, and look at your life over the last 2 years. How have you lived them? Have you lived them in fear, or have you lived them in freedom from that fear? Whatever you have done is within, but the Corona outside is simply a fear factor. It's a fear factor that's changing things around you. Does it need to change things for you? It only depends on where you sit and how much fear you sit. Yes, you all know that over the past 2 years, if somebody has come to my place, nothing has shifted for me. Nothing. I still hug people. I still meet everyone. If I receive in guidance that this person has corona, I still go ahead and hug them. Why? Because if I need to receive that experience, it will come to me. I can't run away from it because the more I run away from an experience, the more that experience persists. So I stop running away. I simply allow it. I simply accept. If it happens, so it happens. And from that space of fearlessness, I continue to hug people. So far, a corona hasn't happened to me. Okay, will it happen tomorrow? It might. But when it happens, am I going to be fearful? Oh shit, I shouldn't have met people. I should have been more careful. Or am I going to be simply looking at, okay, this corona that has manifested, what is it here to show me? You know which part I will be doing. So I ask you to do exactly the same. When a moment happens, which from the outside, you don't like the look of, you don't like the outcome, you don't like what is happening. You can either choose to reject it, to run away from it, or what you can do is to use that as an opportunity to see why, what energy has made it manifest in the first place. In your life, everything is manifesting from your energy. Everything is manifesting from your energy. If you don't like it, take a look. If you like it, thank your energy. If you don't like it, take a look what created this in the place. Thank that energy and then accept it. Okay, this has happened, but now I can change my energy. That power lies within me. That power lies within me. This thought is all that we talk about in awareness. Awareness is not about changing the world, not changing the way the world looks. It should be a better place. No, it's simply about bringing yourself to peace. The minute you come to peace already, from those peaceful set of eyes, everything that you find outside will automatically look more joyous. The world will automatically look like a better place to live in when inside there is peace. There's an old story that comes to mind. It's an old Hindi fable, and it's so fun. It just comes to mind right now. So there was a barber, and he was invited to the king's palace. He went to the king, and the king asked him, "Barber, how are things in my kingdom? You go to people's houses. How are things in the kingdom?" And the barber said, "Oh, everything is really beautiful. Everything is peaceful. All are in merriment and enjoyment. The whole kingdom is in so much of joy and bliss." Wonderful. The next time the barber came, the king asked him, says, "Barber, how is things in my kingdom?" "Oh dear sir, it is the worst. There is so much of theft. People are so unhappy. Nobody can be trusted. The kingdom is falling apart," and all of that. And then the king just wondered what happened. The just 2 weeks ago, the kingdom was all in so much merriment, and now the kingdom is completely falling apart. What happened in these 2 weeks? Oh, well, there was theft that happened in the barber's house. And so each time when you have peace inside, you only feel peace is everywhere outside. When you are troubled inside, then you only get to see the troubled aspects of the world. And so the story comes in mind as we talk about you and your energy. You don't need to change the world, you simply need to look within and you need to change yourself. If you are at peace, the whole world will seem just a little bit more peaceful. The work is always within. The moment of disruption. So we talked about disruption as an outside factor such as corona, but we don't normally always wait for such a large outside factor to create disruption. The last time such a disruption happened, it was probably the internet. When the internet came, it completely changed the way we think, the way we look for things, the way we find answers, and all of that. So internet created disruption, and now corona created disruption. And we might qualify it that was good disruption and this is bad disruption. But again, that good and bad, that judgment is only coming when you are that barber, and whatever you are feeling inside, you're constantly projecting on the outside. So as we look at moments of disruption, not necessarily outside, but in our lives itself, there would have been, if you observe, you will find that there would have been some kind of a moment of disruption. Maybe you are going through it. Maybe you've been through it. Maybe not yet. Maybe Corona is your only disruption, but it's okay. What does a moment of disruption bring to you? When you are unawares, mostly disruption. Disruption is change, a large change which you have to grapple with. Let me mute everybody. Muting Seema. Anybody else needs to be muted? No. Okay. All right. So what does the moment of disruption look like to us? Disruption brings change. Everything that you were comfortable with, everything that you knew to be right for you is now suddenly having to change. And what does that do to you? Do we like change? No. We thrive, or we think that we thrive in stability. We are constantly looking for security. We are constantly looking for stability. We create schedules for ourselves because we want order. We feel good when everything is moving as per an order. We think we are in control. Well, how silly can we be? Who is actually controlling every event that is happening outside? It's not you in the body. It's not you, the one that is creating the schedule, but you that is sitting with all of that energy of wanting control. Your energy of holding to yourself, holding responsibility to yourself, holding worries to yourself, holding fears to yourself, that energy of yours is desperately seeking control. When you let go of fear, you are okay to flow. As change happens, You can simply see through the change and see to yourself where you are connecting with the change. With what emotion are you connecting to the change? As outside, maybe a Mahabharata is happening, but as the outside Mahabharata is happening, what energy are you connecting with to that place of disruption, to that place of destruction? When destruction happens outside, and by destruction, I don't mean that buildings need to get destructed, but everything that you know, everything that you feel comfortable with is getting destroyed, and you sit in a lot of fear of the future. You don't know how to sit and process this entire change that is happening, and your mind which seeks control, your mind which seeks order, will reject this change and want to run away from it. The fear of change, it happens to all of us in unawareness, that we sit in fear of change. And then what happens in awareness? Do we continue to feel that fear? Of course, that fear might come through. As soon as a change outside happens, the first reaction might still be fear. But the second instant reaction is simply letting go of that fear. We don't have to stop the change, we have to flow with it. And now, when we are in awareness, we understand that. How can we flow beautifully through every situation? Simply by being the barber who is at peace, who is in joy. The awareness of what you are picking, whether you are picking up joy or you are picking up fear, that awareness can only come when you are conscious of which emotions you are sitting in, with that question at all times: what am I feeling? What am I feeling? And then processing that emotion. Oh, I'm feeling very joyous and loved. Beautiful. Then the only processing that you have to do is to thank all the actors that are creating this beautiful, joyous moment for you. And if you're feeling the opposite, if you are feeling fear, then simply recognizing, okay, I am tuned into my fear frequencies. These outside people have already shown me what I hold. So thank these outside people who are showing you your reflections, your mirror. What to do now? Well, now that you know that it's your frequency of fear, the choice becomes available. The choice either to keep holding on to that fear, to keep holding on to that worry, or now simply to be able to release it. This choice is your most precious answer when you sit with conscious awareness. Will the outside moments of disruption stop happening? No, the universe is constantly ensuring the more aware you are, the more quickly the universe will want to empty you out. In every aspect, if you've looked at something and you've cleared your energies, you think the work is done, but your energies are vast. And so, wherever you are sitting in, if you haven't looked at some aspect, the universe will bring it to you. It will bring to you maybe through disruption. It will bring to you to a place where you cannot avoid looking at it anymore. It will bring you face to face with those aspects of yourself that you have continued to reject. And what do you do once you are aware of these aspects? Well, you begin to accept them. The final answer in everything: acceptance, allowance, loving the self, loving your own self with least amount of judgments. The more you can clear your judgments, the more love you will experience for yourself. The more love will be reflected from all your outside mirrors. So, not being scared of a disruption. That's what we are talking about today. Disruptions will happen. It's the way for nature to move forward. We give a lot of importance to creation. This is creation. An artist creates. Oh, how beautiful. But then when we look at destruction, we are saddened. We judge destruction as being a bad thing. But in nature, you find that everything is born, everything achieves a certain level of growth, and then everything dies. Very recently, I was made aware through somebody. I don't read much these days. Money doesn't like me to read about topics, but people will make me aware of some tidbits of trivia. And I was made aware that even in all of the universe, even forests, they automatically come to a place where they die. The forest, the trees, all of the trees in a forest will erupt, they will grow, and then the forest automatically on its own will come to a time where the forest will begin to die. And so when we want to constantly keep the forests, and we are scared for the forests, that the forests are dying, the forests are not going to survive if we continue to cut down this, that, and the other. And I just constantly sit in this and saying, where a forest wants to live, that consciousness that the forest holds will make it live. We are too minor. We understand too little of how the whole energy of the nature works. There is a reason why the nature is called Mother Earth. Mother always knows better. And so, just moving with that, if you think that some of your tricks and pranks of ruining the Mother Nature are going to ruin it for everybody, you are responsible for all of the destruction, then I would simply say, first, lose this fear of destruction. As you lose this fear of destruction, people say, oh, if you lose the fear of destruction, then you will destruct anything. And I say, no, when you lose the fear of destruction, then automatically destruction loses its power on you. You will just simply flow. If destruction is happening, it will happen with ease, but you will not be going out over there and destructing just because you've lost the fear. This too, that if I lose the fear of destruction, I will go destruct the whole world. What is this energy? That too is just fear itself, that I will become so uncontrollable. I will not have any control over me, and then the universe will simply use me and make me destruct everything. Only the fear of destruction to this, nothing else. We just simply need to look within and say, what is it that I am fearful of? I am fearful of the whole earth not being left as a good place when I die. Everybody who comes to planet Earth is coming for very, very specific experiences. Earth is not the final place. Earth is not home. This is vacation. This is vacation time where we come to experience duality, to experience separation, to experience all the judgments. And then once we are done with all of these experiences, we move on to the several other realms that already exist. So, not thinking that the earth is the only place where you exist is only simply limiting yourself to this body. And when you limit yourself to this body, then only experiences of the body without any consideration for you being the Shiva, you being the creator and the destroyer of your entire universe. So, coming to equanimity with being the creator and the destroyer. When the destruction happens, the disruption happens. When everything around you that you knew as familiar, the next time you find it, vanishing, you find it crumbling down, then simply sit and be in thankfulness for that moment. If something has come to destroy, if something has come to be destroyed, if something has come to destruct itself, then it only means one thing, that the new is about to arrive. The new is about to arrive. The new is about to be here. So, welcoming the new energies with love and not with fear. Otherwise, what will happen if we keep sitting in fear of disruption? The new energies that arrive will simply be those old energies at a higher frequency. Our experience only deepening in the same energies that we carry. Of course, those energies will be new in terms that the frequencies will be new, but the frequencies of the same old, the fear, the worry, the lack, and all of that beautiful stuff. Is it wrong to sit in fear, worry, lack? No, nothing is wrong. nothing is right. But the body, the experiencer, it doesn't wish for all of these experiences to be based only in lack. After all, the body is an experiencer, but the journey belongs to the energy. The energy will constantly keep giving you opportunity to shift. The journey is always one, from fear to fearlessness. How much time do we take to get there? We might take, I don't know, centuries. But does the energy care? No, because centuries, the word time, the centuries don't exist in energy. In every moment that you are not creating fearlessness, you are already creating. What are you creating? Probably energies of fear and worry. So the creation is already happening. Simply, your experiences are not something that your body likes. If you wish to change the experiences at a body level, then you actually have to let go of your body level. You have to expand your horizons. You have to wear these new set of glasses where you can see that the creation is happening from your energy field, that you are the Shiva, you are the creator, your energy plus your body together are the universe. There is nothing else outside, there is no one else outside. You and your mirrors, your energy, you, your mirrors. And that's where the story begins and story ends. So easy it is for us to get sucked into the outside stories. And that's why when a moment of disruption happens, you first run for cover. You first operate from fear. The next time this moment of disruption happens to you, it will happen. This is life. The only point is, can I look at it and still move my needle back to equanimity? Whatever has manifested, already manifested. Whatever needed to be destructed, already on its path of destruction. And as I look at that now, can I move my energy to a newer frequency? This disruption has brought me the opportunity. For me personally, that moment of disruption happened when I was in unawareness. Like many of us, we actually wait for unaware lives to kind of run their course for us to receive all experiences, and the energy keeps pushing us into this path, the path from fear to fearlessness. My moment of disruption happened when Mani, my father in this life, simply got up one day and left planet Earth. He was 52 years old. We didn't expect him to leave that quickly. And for the longest time, I looked at that moment with deep sadness and grief. I looked around me and said, everybody's parents, they live to be old. Why did money have to leave so early? Why did this have to happen to me? Why is the universe so unfair? Why did the world do this to me? It was an outside power that was creating all of these bad things for me. And that was my thinking when I was unaware. Thankfully, i had in my energy field a ton of abundance, thankfully, because I didn't create this experience of abundance, definitely not in this life, but I came to experience that abundance. And so it stayed with me, this frequency of abundance that I must have worked on in some other lives, in some other realms, but I came to experience this abundance. And so through everything that was supposedly going wrong outside, there was still constantly a shift just when I needed it. Just the only difference is that when that shift happened, I could look at it, I could be in gratefulness for the shift happening. But I wasn't in complete thankfulness for every experience that was happening to me. The way things have shifted me now in this awareness is every experience simply creates thankfulness in me. Every disruption, a small disruption, a big disruption. When Corona erupted, the only thing I could think of was, Thank you, Corona. This is beautiful. Now everybody gets to let go of the rat race and people can just sit and focus within. Now, I was that barber who was feeling extremely peaceful within. So, Corona seemed like a very peaceful thing, like a very beautiful thing to happen. I didn't have the fear of Corona because I was already a little bit on the path of awareness. But today, when I look back at all of those years that I spent grieving about my moment of disruption, today, I can actually be thankful for money having gone when he left. It was my journey that had to move from fear to more fearlessness, from unawareness to awareness. And for that, people have to just play their parts and leave. If that be the case, today I can understand it so much better. And I'm thankful for the opportunity. What was the opportunity? It was to empty myself. And I had to come to within. I had to listen to within. When money was around, he was such a powerful influence on me. I constantly listened to him. In awareness, I recognize that even an outside person that you completely listen to, that person too will show you moments of disruption when the time comes for you to understand. Listen to your own voice. Listen to your own inner voice. The inner voice is your constant guide at all times. Listen to it more and more. That inner voice, don't be confused. Inner voice happens in every frequency. When you are sitting in the frequency of fear, your inner voices will be all giving you fearful advices. Don't do this. Don't go there. Don't be that. Don't travel. Don't meet with this person. This person is not good for you. That will happen. All of these advices are frequencies of fear. These are not the frequencies of guidance. These are not frequencies of oneness. So, guidance, when it comes, the opportunity being that you can listen to your inner voice of love, the inner voice of oneness, and then you move from the frequencies of fear to the frequencies of fearlessness. The outer point of disruption has created fear in you. Simply observe it and be able to release these fears and come to fearlessness. This is your journey from here. And this is true for all of us. The limiting self to the unlimited self. That is the journey for all of us. And that is where each disruption brings us to. We sit in fears. This needs to be destroyed, completely destroyed, this fearful existence of ours. And so at times, this entire existence needs to be destructed so that a new you can appear. And every disruption, every disruption, an opportunity to begin a new you, a newer frequency of joy, a newer frequency of love. Any questions about the moments of disruption or anything in general for that matter? Let's see what we have as comments. Law of entropy, creation, destruction, and reinvention. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. All of us. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh at all times. Okay, everyone, if you have no more questions, then let's begin the few moments of meditation. Before we begin the meditation, simply just again pointing this out, it comes to be pointed out. Disruption is not to be feared. If you fear the disruption, then simply become aware of your fear of change. And when the change is in front of us, when it's being pushed in our life for us to change, why do we always go with this thought that change is not good? It will take our life to worse from where it is. If that is your fear, that your life is going to become worse, then simply remind this one Mool mantra to yourself the universe is playing in my favor. The universe has no interest in being wrong to you, in treating you badly. The universe is simply going to reflect your energy back at you. So the universe is as powerful and loving as you want it to be. But if you sit in moments of change and say, this is happening against me, why does it always happen to me? This is wrong. I don't understand why I have to be, the scapegoat in this. Why do my business have to go wrong? Why does my business have to suffer? Why does my life have to suffer? The more and more you sit in this powerlessness, the universe has no interest in what you are thinking. It simply is going to reflect back at you your own powerlessness. The universe simply your mirror. So if outside you are being shown so much powerlessness, understand that it is you. And then time to destruct that powerlessness and move to the power that you are. The power is not in all the command that you have over others. The power simply lies in this very little tiny choice. What are you going to choose to feel? Outside something happens, what are you going to choose to feel today? Inside, when you are able to see your energy, which of the frequencies you are going to choose to feel today? Bas, that's your power, and it is the most amazing power. It is way more powerful. You might think at a powerful position and think that that position is what holds the power. It is you that holds the power. When you look at outside the Mahabharat playing, can you be the Krishna or will you be the Arjun? That is the power that you hold in your conscious awareness. Okay, so releasing fears of moments of disruption and being in thankfulness for those moments of disruption, we begin the meditation. A deep breath in and release. And as you take this deep breath in, simply intending to take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. I am the abundance of Meenal. I take energy from Meenal. I am abundance. Take a deep breath in and relax. And as you relax, observe in your mind space. Are there other thoughts? Other thoughts that might be bothering you? Are they still there? If thoughts are there, simply release them right now. Bring them to your front. Out. In this moment, we will simply stay with this energy of masti, this energy of Meenal. Those thoughts might come back again, but then with so much ease and grace, we will be able to send them out again. That being the constant work on us, within us. To be observing the thoughts and not engaging with each and every thought. Deep breath in. I take masti from Meenal. I am masti. I am abundance. And now, simply asking this question to yourself. Which point of disruption do I need to look at today? Is there any place where disruption happened in my life and I collected some energy over there. Maybe energy of fear, energy of change, the fear from the future, maybe sadness, maybe grief. If there is any place that I need to look in today, may the universe bring that now to my awareness. And maybe an incident might appear, which is your moment of disruption, an incident that completely changed your life. Maybe it is happening right now. Maybe that moment of disruption is still playing out. Whatever comes to mind at this point in time, simply be aware. If no point of disruption comes to mind, then be in joy and masti. If a point of disruption comes to play right now, then be aware of who you are and what you created. What energy did you create for yourself in those moments? And then simply moving to this place of peace and quiet. Peace and quiet within. Looking at that moment of disruption, giving yourself so much love. Looking at yourself, did you create fears? Okay, they were only a frequency and you can release them now. You can release them in the now, right away. And as you release your fears from that moment of disruption, simply giving yourself a lot of love and thanking the fear for being your companion for so many years. Your fear, your companion, and now it is time to release it, to let it go. Your worries, your companion for so many years, but now time to release it and let it go with so much love. You're saying bye to an old friend, so do so with love. That moment of disruption has come so that you can part with those old energies. And today, in awareness, you understand what that means. Thanking the moment of disruption, thanking all the actors that have created that disruption for you. It was meant to be so that your energies could shift. It was meant to be so that the old can be released and the new can come in. And now look at the new. You're new. These beautiful energies of love, of oneness, of surrender, of joy. These are your new energies, waiting to be taken in by you, waiting to be accepted by you. These are the new energies that are going to get created as the old gets destroyed. Heartily accepting these beautiful new energies of love and joy. Feeling the love and joy fill your entire body. It is now a part of your energy, this new love for the self, this joy in the self. Thanking all those moments of disruptions which have brought you today to this place of new energy. Thanking the new energies for being here. Thanking the ease and grace. Oh, money. Stay in these beautiful energies for a little bit. Stay in these energies. Maybe you will go back to some points of disruption, not during this meditation, but maybe some other thoughts might come by of places, of events that have happened in your life which disrupted you, which changed your life. Go to all of those places and now change the energy if it needs to change from fear to joy. Simply hug yourself, thank those moments of disruption, accept them for what they brought to you. They shifted your life, they moved you forward in your journey from fear to fearlessness. Oh, money. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love. Enjoy.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
You guys. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye.